getting married. The royal family announces his engagement this morning to American actress Meghan Markle. Wedding set for the spring. Inside the secret engagement, when did he pop the question? We're live at Kensington Palace as preparations begin for the next royal wedding.
Also this morning, Senator Al Franken breaking his silence about those sexual misconduct allegations, saying he's ashamed and embarrassed as he heads back to Capitol Hill.
An enormous volcano erupts in one of the top tourist spots in the world. 100,000 people told to evacuate, but travelers stranded as the airport shuts down.
Cyber Monday Mania, a record-setting day of online shopping kicking off after the Black Friday frenzy. The secrets to saving big on toys, tech, and more, plus deals you'll only find right here on GMA.
Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you.
And American Princess, who is Meghan Markle, the actress, Prince Harry's longtime crush, now becoming his future wife. Inside their fairy tale relationship and what Prince William and Kate Middleton are saying about their soon-to-be sister-in-law.
From ABC News, live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
And good morning, America. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving, a very happy Monday morning for the royal family. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, you see them right there, are engaged. It's official. Let's take a live look at Kensington Palace right now. There it is. The announcement came out of there this morning. Lots of tweets as well. And the couple will be doing an interview on British national television later today.
Yes, I woke up to news of it this morning, and I'm sure you all are as well. You know, the two have rarely been seen in public together. They just made their first public appearance this September, and so many sharing their excitement for the happy couple this morning. So let's get right to our chief foreign correspondent, Terry Moran, with the very latest on the big announcement. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, guys. This is an announcement that has been long expected. Rumors swirling for weeks, but it's still big news and happy news. This is a once upon a time tale, a very modern love story that's both full of royal tradition and very 21st century. This morning, the world's most eligible royal is off the market. Prince Harry, now officially engaged to actress Meghan Markle. Prince Charles's office broke the news just a couple of hours ago, announcing that the couple got engaged earlier this month. The wedding will take place next spring. In the meantime, Harry and Meghan will live at Nottingham Cottage at Kensington Palace, right in the heart of London. In a statement, Prince Harry said he was delighted to announce the engagement and had received the blessing of his fiancée's parents. Prince William and Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, responded to the news with delight, saying in a statement they were very excited for Harry and Meghan. It has been wonderful getting to know Meghan and to see how happy she and Harry are together, they said. From their first public royal engagement at the Invictus Games,
you have done it. You are Invictus.
To a romantic birthday trip to Africa, their love has been on full display.
Prince Harry is a hugely popular figure, probably the most popular member of the royal family there is. And to marry this beautiful actress, who's an American, who's appeared and known around the world, is going to be a huge spectacle. And I think, actually, it could even eclipse William and Kate.
The 36-year-old actress stole the heart of the 33-year-old prince despite a transatlantic relationship with the Suits star stationed in Toronto for filming.
I want to get married, but I also really care about what I do.
Meghan Markle opened up about their relationship to Vanity Fair in September, saying, "We're two people who are really happy and in love. Nothing about me changed. I'm still the same person that I am, and I've never defined myself by my relationship."
Meghan got her fairy tale ending. She's an actress and she is now playing her most important role to date. She is going to be a real-life princess on the world stage.
Their love story started in 2016, with Kensington Palace making it official in November. Markle quietly by the prince's side for events like polo matches, a friend's wedding in Jamaica, and Pippa Middleton's wedding in May. And while their love story is much different than William and Kate's, Harry and Meghan's upcoming nuptials will most likely be filled with royal tradition.
The wedding will form the pattern of royal weddings. Harry would probably love to go away and do it in secret on a beach and probably in Africa if he was able to. However, he knows that that's one thing that he's not going to get away with. He's a member of the royal family. He's fifth in line to the throne. He's going to have a royal and a public wedding.
Well, they will be appearing just in a couple of hours behind me here at Kensington Palace, and their relationship shows just how much this royal family has changed. Once upon a time, a long time ago, a royal prince wanting to marry a commoner, as she would be described, a divorced woman, and an American, that might not have passed muster. Guys?
Hey, Terry, do you feel the excitement there right outside of Kensington Palace? Does it feel different today?
Absolutely. People are gathering. They want to see this couple. Look, he is a hugely popular member of this family. In fact, there are a lot of people who think that this next generation, Prince Harry and his brother Prince William, they've kind of rescued the royal family from the doldrums, from some bad years. People are excited about this. And look, she is a very different kind of royal. And I think people are looking forward to that, too.
All right, Terry, thanks so much. And Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's family sharing their excitement as well this morning. Prince William and Kate Middleton saying, we are very excited for Harry and Meghan. It has been wonderful getting to know Meghan and to see how happy she and Harry are together. And then Meghan Markle's parents have said, we are incredibly happy for Meghan and Harry. Our daughter has always been a kind and loving person. To see her union with Harry, who shares those same qualities, is a source of great joy for us as parents. We wish them a lifetime of happiness and are very excited for their future together.
Let's bring in our royal contributor now, Victoria Murphy, also correspondent with the Daily Mirror. Give us some inside scoop. Victoria, when did this go down? How did he ask the question? What else can you tell us?
I would love to be able to tell you exactly when he popped the question, but all we know at the moment is that Harry proposed in London earlier this month. These are the things that I think we will find out in just a few hours when the couple give that long-awaited television interview, when they will tell us exactly how Harry proposed, and we will also get to see what we all really want to see, which is her ring.
Oh, yes, we will be looking for that for sure. Now, we know the Queen has given her blessings on this engagement. Do we know anything, though, about the relationship between Meghan and the Queen right now?
We know that Meghan has met the Queen. Prince Harry is very close to his grandmother. He was very keen to make sure that Meghan met her and that they got to know each other before an announcement was made. However, the Queen has made a statement today as well to say that she is absolutely delighted, along with Prince Philip. And so the whole family really is really excited and very much behind this relationship.
Now, I've read that the couple bonded over her work in Rwanda, her philanthropic work in Africa. Of course, Harry's been so active there as well. But will she be able to continue that work and her work as an actress, or no acting?
Well, she will definitely be able to continue the charity work and the humanitarian work. As you say, that's one of the things that they really bonded over. One of the things that really attracted Harry to Meghan was her genuine passion for this charity work and to make a difference, which is what he wants to do. However, the acting work, very difficult. It's going to be very difficult for her to be appearing on screen, acting out scripts that she doesn't have control over if she's a member of the royal family. I just don't see it happening.
Will she have any official duties as Prince Harry's wife?
Of course, definitely. I think, like Kate, they will very much want to ease her into official life. So what we'll probably see now and between a wedding is maybe 2 or 3 public engagements alongside Prince Harry, getting her used to knowing the ropes. And then following a wedding, they'll probably make some overseas tours together. And then she will start to build up, like Kate has done, her own programme of events, her own charities, and be a working member of the royal family.
And Terry, we've been told that she's going to be known as the Duchess of Sussex. Of course, that will be after the wedding. What more do we know about the actual ceremony?
Well, the ceremony we have yet to hear about, but it may be out at the chapel at Windsor. One thing is sure is that it will bear the stamp of both these people, who are very different kinds of royals. Prince Harry has grown up in front of us, and he has always carried with him, in a very human way, full of his foibles, his humor, his failings, in some ways that wound that he had when his mother was killed as a young man, and he's talked about it since then. That has, I think, enlarged his heart, enlarged his sympathy. It's one of the things that makes him a favorite. You'll see how they shape their own royal marriage, royal wedding, their own path forward as this generation is doing.
Okay, Terry, Victoria, thanks very much. Of course, we're going to have much more on the royal engagement coming up. We'll learn a lot more about Meghan Markle.
That's right. In the meantime, though, now to this morning's other headlines as lawmakers return to Capitol Hill. Sexual misconduct scandals are rocking both chambers of Congress. Minnesota Senator Al Franken breaking his silence in his first interview since accusations emerged against him. Our chief national correspondent Tom Yalmas is here with more on that as Franken heads back to the Hill this morning. Good morning, Tom.
Amy, good morning to you. Senator Al Franken says he's both embarrassed and ashamed of allegations of sexual misconduct with at least 4 women, and he's ready for whatever an ethics investigation uncovers.
I've let people down.
For the first time, Senator Al Franken answering questions and apologizing on camera, telling Minneapolis TV station WCCO about some of the sexual harassment allegations brought against him.
I'm not going to make any excuses. I am embarrassed and ashamed of some of what has come out.
Franken's public mea culpa comes 10 days after radio news anchor Leanne Tweeden said Franken forcibly kissed her and took this photo groping her while the two were working together on a USO tour. Tweeden telling Robin why she came forward.
I just wanted him to understand what he did was wrong.
Franken says he's ashamed of the photo and reached out to Tweeden.
I apologized to her and I meant it. And she was gracious enough to accept my apology.
3 other women, including 33-year-old Lindsay Menz, said they were victims of Franken's groping. Menz says he grabbed her backside during this photo at the state fair.
So you think it was clearly he knew what he was doing?
I think it was, absolutely.
And though Franken says he's apologized to all the women who felt violated, he says he doesn't remember these other cases.
I don't remember these particular photos.
But when asked if he had ever placed his hand on a woman's backside during one of those photos,
I take thousands and thousands of pictures. We sometimes in crowded and chaotic situations. I can't say I haven't done that.
The Minnesota Democrat says his wife of more than 40 years, along with their 2 children, are all supporting him, and he has no plans to resign. Before politics, Franken rose to fame as a writer and performer on Saturday Night Live.
I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
36 women from that show, current and former cast and crew, signed a letter supporting him, saying he never acted inappropriately around them. But the show also took him to task.
And sure, this was taken before Franken ran for public office, but it was also taken after he was a sophomore in high school. It's pretty hard to be like, oh, come on, he didn't know any better. He was only 55.
Senator Franken was also asked during those interviews if he thinks more women will come forward. He says he doesn't know because these initial women coming forward have been a shock to him and his family.
Guys. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Let's get more on this now from our senior congressional correspondent, Mary Bruce, our chief White House correspondent, John Carlin. John, let me begin with you. Those are the Democrats' troubles in the Senate with Al Franken. Meantime, Republicans in the Senate still running away from their Senate candidate, Roy Moore, down in Alabama, but not President Trump.
Well, Republican leaders in the Senate have almost to a person disavowed Roy Moore. They have said that they believe the women that have accused him. They've even tried to find every possible way to get a Republican challenger for him on the ballot or as a write-in candidate in Alabama. But, George, you are right. The president moves closer and closer every day to an outright endorsement of Moore. Over the weekend, he was tweeting about the Alabama Senate race, attacking Moore's Democratic opponent, saying the last thing we need in Alabama and the U.S. Senate is a Schumer-Pelosi puppet who is weak on crime, weak on the border, bad for our military and our great vets. So that's the president saying that Jones would be a disaster. It's interesting. He doesn't mention Moore by name in those tweets, but it's clear that he wants Roy Moore to win that Senate race in 2 weeks in Alabama.
No question about that. Meantime, Mary Bruce, on the House side in the Capitol, Democrats embroiled in their own scandal. John Conyers, the senior Democrat on the House Judiciary Committee, forced to step down from that position while an ethics committee looks at his allegations against him. And some senior Republicans caught up in this as well.
Yeah, George, these allegations of sexual misconduct are dominating the conversation up here, and we are beginning to see some consequences. Democrat John Conyers is out of his leadership position on the House Judiciary Committee, at least for now, while an ethics investigation continues into these allegations that he sexually harassed his former staffers. The 27-term congressman denies these claims and says he isn't giving up his seat. He says he looks forward to vindicating himself. While on the other side of the aisle, Republican Joe Barton is also under scrutiny after he apologized for a lewd photo of himself that circulated online. It's actually so lewd that we can't even show it. It stems from what both sides say was a consensual relationship, but Barton also reportedly threatened to report the woman if she went public. And George, he also says he has no plans to resign either.
And Mary, this could be just the beginnings of the revelations on Capitol Hill as they face an incredibly packed December.
Yeah, George, the list of unfinished business for lawmakers up here is pretty brutal. First up, they want to pass tax reform. Then they also need to avert a government shutdown, fund children's health insurance, determine the fate of dreamers, and pass emergency aid for hurricane relief. And that is just some of the list. Now, President Trump will be up here tomorrow meeting with congressional leaders trying to hammer out some of this. But these are really thorny issues, and there isn't a lot of time for complicated negotiations. Christmas is now just a month away, and there are just 12 working days left when the Senate and the House are both in session.
Okay, Mary Bruce, John Carl, thanks very much.
George, now to that volcano eruption sparking a mass evacuation in Bali. 100,000 people there have been told to leave as the Indonesian Disaster Agency raises alerts to the highest level. Our senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell has been tracking all of the latest. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Amy. The clock is ticking after the rumblings of a volcano on the Indonesian tourist island of Bali has left as many as 100,000 villagers and tens of thousands of tourists stranded. The danger zone around the Mount Agung volcano is expanding rapidly. The latest reports now extending the area to 6 miles outside of the crater. Bali's international airport completely shut down by the towering column of ash and smoke. With nearly 500 flights already cancelled and over 40,000 visitors still trapped, tourists are trying to get out by land, air or even sea, some resorting to taking a ferry to the nearby island of Java for an outbound flight. Amy, George.
Wow, stunning pictures there, Ian. Thank you so much. Well, now to what's being called the Super Bowl of shopping, George. It's Cyber Monday. I'm actually really excited. Business experts project it will be the biggest online shopping day in U.S. history, with $6.6 billion in sales expected. Amazon's mega warehouses like this one in New Jersey already in action this morning, although that conveyor belt needs to start moving. All right, let's bring in ABC's Lindsay Janis. Lindsay, this comes on the heels of a booming Black Friday, yes?
Good morning, Amy. Black Friday was huge this year for retailers. Here is the breakdown. The first big boom, no surprise here, you said it, online shopping. Even though Cyber Monday is just getting started, shoppers spent a record $7.9 billion online on Black Friday and Thanksgiving Day combined. That is a nearly 18% increase from last year. Amazon in particular had a great day, their shares skyrocketing. Another big success story, department stores. Places like JCPenney and Macy's all reporting big numbers both in stores and online. Kohl's reporting a record 16 million visits to its website alone. Its big sellers, Apple Watches and Instant Pots. Finally, the FBI reporting a record number of requests for background checks. Guns were a big purchase on Black Friday, Amy.
All right, you went through all the booms there, but what about the bus? Who didn't do so well?
Well, there seems to be just one that stands out, shopping malls. With mobile and online shopping what it is today, insiders say shoppers in many areas just aren't flocking to the malls like they used to. No surprise there.
Yeah, hard to beat the comfort of your own home when it comes to all that shopping. Thank you so much, Lindsay. We're going to have much more on Cyber Monday bargains. Just you wait, just ahead.
Let's go to Ginger real quickly. Some rain and snow in the west.
Yes, some rain that caused this mudslide. You can see this is well north. It's actually closer to the Canadian border, but this is north of Seattle and just north and southeast of Everett, Washington. They saw some 6 to 12 inches of rain over the holiday weekend. Lots of tropical moisture. Several more storms headed your way. Gusts today near Vegas could go up to 65. Select cities, Quicken Loans right now.
Sarah is a 5th grade teacher. When it comes to molding young minds, nobody does it better. She also builds her own fighting robots. Destroy. But when it comes to mortgages, she's less confident. Fortunately for Sarah, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so she can understand the details and be sure she's getting the right mortgage. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently.
Well, getting out the door this morning, back to work and back to school. Yes, you're going to need the coat. We're starting out in the 30s across the area. By recess time for the kids will be around 50, and then near 60 degrees this afternoon with sunshine and even warmer conditions expected for Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, Thursday, we'll track a little rain that'll be coming our way Thursday night, probably after 7 o'clock, so could impact some of the tree lightings going on across the area, but very little will fall. Dry for the weekend. Toys for Tots, the high 52 and breezy.
Coming up, we have much more on the royal engagement and the future American princess Meghan Markle, from actress to a royal, inside her relationship, next.
On December 15th, the beloved classic
Ferdinand
comes to life.
I'm not a fighting bull. You don't need to be a fighting bull. You just have